What is up everyone, and welcome to a really exciting unboxing video. I've been super excited to unbox this. This is a very generous donation from Giselle, so massive thank you to her. She provided this to the channel, to me, absolutely free of charge, paid for the shipping. I really do appreciate it. So Giselle, big thank you to you. This is an awesome package. I've always wanted a PowerBook G4. Well, I've had a PowerBook G4 15-inch, but what I mean is I've always wanted a PowerBook G4 12-inch. Right from when I first got into the Apple stuff, I thought these were some of the coolest looking machines around, and I've never seen one in person. So I'm so excited to fiddle about with it and see what it's like. And you know, I think it's actually going to come in handy. Having a laptop with, you know, FireWire and the capability to run some of that older software may come in handy. It's just going to be great to make videos on and experiment on and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to digging in. Now, interestingly enough, this came via Parcel, I believe, and I had a little bit of a situation, shall we say, at the door with the Parcel Force man this morning. He was basically sort of you know, they have that machine where you sign like that digital thing, and I basically kind of dropped it. Well, it was half my fault, half his fault, and the battery fell out and it fell to pieces, and he was very upset because he had to then reset it, and yeah, he wasn't happy. But you know, it's no one's fault, so I apologised once, but I didn't profusely apologise for bursting the guts of his Parcel Force machine all over my doorstep, because I mean, you know, we were both to blame. It was his fault just as much as it was mine. You know, some of those couriers hold it out for you to sign it while they're holding it, and some of them give it to you. So yeah, I don't know, ranting over anyway. Okay, so here it is. I just can't get over this, guys. Again, I have always wanted a PowerBook G4 12-inch, and even inside this case, I can feel that it is an absolutely awesome piece of kit. Just a really nice form factor. I've been dying to look at one of these for a very long time, and it's so nice to get one donated. Massive thanks. I really appreciate it. So, here we are. There it is, revealed right there. First off, we've got the charger on top, so we've got the Apple Power Brick, of course, non-MagSafe. This is a PowerBook, and I have not seen one of these in quite a while. In case you don't know, guys, I owned a PowerBook G4 15-inch back in the day when that machine was still pretty damn sweet, and I used it as my school laptop, and it was absolutely great. Here we have the extension cord for the Power Brick. Great stuff. And here we have the machine itself. Let's whip it out, and there it is. Wow. So upon first sort of pick up and feel then, guys, this is a lovely form factor laptop. Really nice. And I know this is quite a close-up angle, but here it is. Now this thing looks to be in really decent condition for its age, which is really cool. So what I like about this is because it's not a widescreen notebook, the keyboard comes right to the edges. It's pretty much like a non-widescreen version of the 13-inch MacBook or MacBook Pro or whatever, but because it doesn't have that extra little bit of space, the keyboard comes right to the edge. And yeah, what is this little black thing up here? I'm not too sure what that is. That's some kind of sticker or something, but the power button is over here, so we'll try and power it up in a minute to see what it does. But this computer is actually feeling in really nice condition. The hinge is nice and stiff and sturdy, and the button works really well. That's nice. It's still got a nice springy motion to it. Here we have the optical drive on the side. I know this is a little bit of a close-up, guys, but there we have the optical drive. And also around this side we have all of the wonderful ports. So we have the power port, 56K modem, gigabit Ethernet, FireWire 400, 2 USB ports, mini VGA possibly, or is that mini DVI? I don't know. Headphones and microphones, and a Kensington lock. And these things on the side of the lid here, these are airport antennas. They can be seen across the whole PowerBook range on the side of the lid here for best reception. Of course, on the bottom of the machine we have the battery, and if we press the button, it doesn't appear to be giving us a readout, so I don't think there's any juice in this thing, but that's cool. We can plug it in. There's the memory cover. The memory is under there. This will take 2 gigs, I believe, or Hang on a sec, does the 12-inch... The 12-inch may only take 1.5 gigs, not 100% sure, guys. But let's open it up and press that power button. 3, 2, 1, go. So there is some juice in it. There we have a bong. And let's see what it does. So PowerPC G4 takes a while for anything to come up on the display. But I got a feeling something is going to pop up. There we have it. There's the Apple logo. Lovely stuff, guys. Looking good. And of course, this, I don't know if you guys remember me saying this, but the PowerBook keyboards and the original MacBook Pro keyboards are my favourite feeling keyboards to type on. These little machines are just gorgeous. Really, really nice little Macs. I'm not sure if the keyboard lights up on the 12-inch. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, you know, guys. I think that's just a 15-inch and a 17-inch thing. But we will see. I don't think it does, though. I'm pretty certain of that, actually. Here we are, little blue screen. I believe this is running Leopard. Quite a speedy load up here, guys. Hard drive doesn't sound too loud either, which is great. And here we have the login. Excellent stuff. No password. That's what I like to see. Leopard wallpaper. And any second now, we are going to get a dock. There's the dock. And menu bar appearing any second. Wow. This is working great, guys. It's awesome. Lots of these on eBay aren't very functional at all. Lots of them have issues. But there you have it. There you can see the menu bar. And, oh, it's got airport, of course. Cool. So it'll connect to IMNC HQ when I want to connect that later on. The battery's probably gone in this thing in terms of date and time. The internal battery, that's cool. I can change that. Let's take a little look at the specifications of this machine then. And I'm not sure if this has the multi-scrolling trackpad, the 2-finger scroll. I think maybe the later model 12 inches did, but I know there are models that don't. Let me just turn on some accessibility features, guys, so that I can see what I'm doing here. So if we put the zoom on like that, we should be able to zoom in. There we go. Okay, excellent. I can now see, guys. Okay, so about this Mac. This is the 867 megahertz, so this is a little cute little beast here. 867 megahertz PowerPC G4 with 640 megs of RAM. That is awesome, guys, because I haven't had... My PowerBook was a 1.5 gigahertz and 2 gigs of RAM. So it'll be really interesting to see how this little guy runs. Now, this is the bare minimum system requirement for Leopard. 867 megahertz is what Leopard requires, and 512 megs of RAM. Taking a look at the graphics, this has the GeForce 4MX with 32 megs of VRAM, which is actually a decent little graphics chip to run some of the older PowerPC Mac games, which is pretty cool. This will run games like... do you know, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Isn't that excellent? But let me check. There we go, one 128 meg and one 512 meg. So the 128 meg is built in, and this is the DDR SODIMM. So I assume that you can upgrade the built-in memory as well, even though it's built in. I'm not too sure. I'm going to have to look into this, but I know some of you guys will comment in the comment section. Where else are we here? Where else would we be? We need to go to ATA and take a look at the two ATA things. We've got a DVD reader, cool, so it does DVDs, and the Toshiba drive is, where is the capacity? It's a 40 gig drive. Ah, guys, this little thing is such a cutie. A nice little PowerBook G4 here, running Leopard. So, as you can see, the machine is working really well, and the keyboard and trackpad are feeling as good as ever. When Apple came out with their new trackpads, these trackpads were pretty much seen as, crappy after the new glass ones come out and everything. But I actually find this button still really good. I've got a Retina MacBook Pro, as you guys know, but I really do like the proper trackpad with button. And the small size doesn't really bother me, because when I use trackpads, I have my tracking up to a fairly fast speed anyway. So, let's take a little look. I'm eager to see what resolution this display runs in. I believe it's the same resolution as the old iBooks. So let's go to displays. This is a lovely little thing here, guys. 1024 by 768. I believe that's the same as the 12-inch iBooks. So that's pretty cool. I was under the impression that these ran a slightly higher resolution, but it kind of makes sense now. This looks sort of in proportion to the size of the display in terms of like an older Mac laptop. So this is quite cool. We've got all the standard programs and stuff on here, of course, that come with Leopard. It's good to see spaces and things like that on here. We've got iTunes there. It looks like it's been fairly updated. So we've got the new-ish iTunes logo, even though it's a couple of generations behind now. Of course, old Leopard Finder window. It's amazing. When I first got into Macs, Leopard was like the newest kid on the block, you know. Tiger was the current OS when I first got my Mac, but when Leopard came out, it looked so futuristic. But now, compared to the modern operating systems, Leopard does actually look surprisingly retro, especially on an older display like this. A little display, you know, in these older laptops, by today's standards, the backlights and stuff aren't quite as powerful, so it looks, it definitely does look a little more retro. But yeah, this is a great little laptop, and there are certain things that will be really, really good on here and be really, really handy. So what I want to know off you guys is, because I'll be keeping this laptop, like I said, I definitely won't be selling this laptop or anything like that. For starters, it was a donation, so, you know, it's, I want to keep it, but I've got a massive interest in PowerBook G4s, and it's really nice to have one here again on the channel. So I want to know off you guys what you think I should do with this machine. Now, it's an 867 megahertz machine, so it's probably not worth the money to put like maybe an IDE SSD in here or whatever. I know there's a lot of debate about whether they make a difference or whatever, but you know me on the channel, guys, I like to just do things for the hell of it. So if you guys let me know what you want me to do with this thing, I could upgrade the RAM if that's possible. I don't know if it'll go above 640. I'm sure it will. I'm sure I can get a gig or something in here. And I can do a couple of little things on it. I will do some comparisons between, say, this, for example, and my fully upgraded PowerMac G3. I think that would be really, really cool. And I've also got, as you guys know, an old PowerBook G3, which is a similar system to this, but you know, a good 6 or 7 years older, sorry. So it'll be cool to do some comparisons to see how far Apple got between the G3 and the G4 PowerBooks. I think that would be pretty cool. But this is my first 12-inch, and do you know what? It actually looks better in person than it does in videos. I actually really, really like this, guys. It's a nice looking machine, and I really do appreciate this donation because this machine is in actually really good condition, and they're not worth a shed ton on eBay, but one that's actually working, one that has all working features, is worth, you know, a decent amount of money. It's worth selling. But let's just take a look. As you can see, the machine went straight to sleep there. It's got the little pulsing, breathing light. Let's see if it wakes up from sleep. I've got a feeling this machine is going to be... There you go. Ping. Straight up. Boom. Right there. And it's asking me about Wi-Fi. So, super pleased with this laptop. Again, I'd like to say a massive thank you to Giselle for donating this. She's so kind to just give this to me. I'm not sure what her situation was with this computer, whether it was some kind of her laptop or whatever. I'm not too sure. She just had it hanging around. I'll have to ask her actually what she's using now instead. But here it is, a lovely little PowerBook G4 12-inch. Super pleased with this. I think it's going to be great fun to look at this on the channel. And I know I get a lot of PowerPC video requests. So here's another one. And, you know, I do make videos of like unboxings and looking at the machine like I did with the G3, for instance. I did a video just looking over the machine and that. But rest assured, there will be more videos in the future of me actually delving deeper into the machines. I'm not just going to make this video and leave it be. I want to do things in the future with this and the other systems that I have to hand. I think that would be really cool. So this is a lovely, lovely little system, and I'm over the moon with it so far. While editing this video and whatnot, I'm going to leave this here because it's nice and small, play around with it. I actually think this laptop is going to come in handy. And even by today's standards, guys, this still looks a lot better than the majority of the sort of Windows-based stuff on the market today. This is a really, really sweet looking system. Maybe a little thick by today's standards, but still really, really sweet looking. So, big thank you for watching, everyone. Big thank you to you, Giselle. Massive thanks. If there's anything I can do for you in the future, just let me know. And as always, everyone, I will see you in the next video. drop me a thumbs up for this awesome PowerBook G4. Why the heck not? I rarely ask. Thanks guys.